Good morning, student. Now we are going to start database management system. DBMS stand for database management system. Now we are going to see it in detail. First of all, a database is a computer-based record managing system. That is, you can say that a database management system is a software designed to store, retrieve, define, and manage data in a database. That means you can say that database management system is a software designed to store, retrieve, define, and manage the data in a database. Why to use DBMS when we are already using the traditional file system? You can see in any office where registers are going to be maintained, the registers are very large and keeping the very time taking. And why we should use the DBMS database management system over traditional file system. जो पहले से हम रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन कर रहे थे इन द रजिस्टर और इन द फाइल्स, then why should we have switched to DBMS database management system? That means why we are going to store the data in the computer. Then first reason is DBMS reduces data redundancy, that means duplication. We can remove the duplicate data from the database. Second, DBMS maintains data inconsistency to large extent. If we are going to store large database in the database, then DBMS ensures the inconsistency of data. That means data must be consistent in the DBMS. Third one is DBMS facilitates sharing of data. This can be facilitates sharing of data. That means easily we can share the data from one device to another device and from one location to another location. Next one is your DBMS maintains integrity of data. That means it removes the loss or change of data. DBMS is centralized and can ensure data security, because DBMS is the centralized database management system, and due to this it can ensure the data security. That means loss of data or modification or manipulation of data. And next one is your DBMS facilitate easy backup of data. Now we can easily create the backup of data, and that backup of data can be stored from the multiple places or multiple devices, and also on cloud, on the internet. By doing this, we can easily get the backup of data in case of loss of data or data corruption or crash of DBMS. Now next term is database model. Now see, what is database model? A database model shows the logical structure of a database, including the relationship and constraints that determine how data can be stored and accessed. That means if we are going to store the data in the database, then we have to follow some logical structure to store the data. That means how the data can be going to store in the data and how we can access the data from the database. This structure defined by the database model. Constraint, that means you can say that condition or restriction. Constraint, that means restrictions or conditions. Now next one is most commonly used database model. The types of database model. There are many types of database model are used in the DBMS field. First one is hierarchical database model. Second one is relational model. Third one is network model. Fourth one is object oriented database model. Fifth one is entity relationship model. Next one is document model, and more. There is some more database model are used in the your database DBMS field. Now we are not going to detail into each type of model because this is not the part of syllabus. So we are going to understand the relational database model. Relational model, that means this is your relational model. Relational model. Relational database model is mostly used database model, and relational database model stores the data in the form of table. That means in relational database management system we can store the data in the form of table, and table, that means in the form of rows and columns. Suppose that this is the we are going to store the data in this form like in table form. This is your row and this is your column. Now these all are your rows and these all are your columns, and the table are called relation or tuples, and the table is also called relation or tuple. No, table is called relation and row is called tuple. So correct this. This is not the tuple. Table is called relation. Now the table are called relations, and suppose that we are going to store the data in this form. Suppose that this is the we are going to store the record of student. This is your roll number, class, section, and marks. This is your database. Suppose that roll number is 1, 2, class 11th, 12th, section maths, bio, marks is 20, 30. That means if we can store any data in this form, this is called your tabular form, and this is called your row, and this portion is called your column, and column is also called your field. Column is also called field in database, and row is also called tuple in the database management system. Relational model, row is also called tuple, and table is called relation. So in our next class we are going to see the different terms used in your relational model, and we are going to explore the relational database management system. So thank you for watching.